Class 4 here for race number 7. It's a 1400-metre contest headed by Jintoki, who drops into Class 4 for the first time here. He tries the course and distance over the 1400, also for the first time. Gift of Lifeline, third last time out behind Great Treasure. Magic Success, odds on. Beaten favourite last time out, finished in third spot. Old Havana gets the pacifiers on for the first time. Galaxy Racer was last on his debut down the straight behind Classic Unicorn. Dr. Respect, fourth last time out, comes up in trip here, was behind Applause. Golden Four is a course and distance winner this season. Glittering Armour does better at the barriers, moves from barrier 11 to barrier 3, and Supreme Witness likes to roll forward. He's come up with barrier 11 though. Old Havana, the show, and Supreme Witness are the horses that have been up at Chung Park in the last 30 days.
All right, speed of the race should be solid. Supreme Witness returning. He's a front-running type. Jintoki. Magic Success has the option with the blinkers coming off to just sit in behind the speed. Great Harvest might be quite handy. He was handy in a recent trial in which he finished in third. So there's a fair bit of tempo there. The show's another one that can be forward too on his occasion. So should be solid through the first couple of hundred at least.
John Moore's had this horse for a couple of starts now, and he's a win and a third from his 2 starts. He goes nicely enough here in the mornings as well. And he did have blood in the track here at his last start, so he had a little excuse there. Prior to that was a nice win from him. Dr. Respect, I think he's an improver. He goes nicely here in the mornings. He's got barrier 14 though, so it's going to make it quite tricky for him. But the way he hit the line last start for fourth at Happy Valley was a good run from him. And now he comes here to Sha Tin up to 14. And Glittering Armour, he's a horse who's had not a bad season to date. He gets back and runs on normally. Has had a few issues at the start in his past, but another one who's been in pretty good form recently.
Yep, he's pretty consistent. That is Glittering Armour. We'll see him in a second. We're going to start off, though, with Gift of Lifeline. Now, this is course and distance, 1400 metres. Great Treasure wins the race, but you can see him there fighting on quite gamely, I thought.
Yeah, clear excuses too. He was 3 and 4 wide the whole way, this horse, on the pace as well. His wins at Happy Valley did come off the pace when he did win. This was his first start at Sha Tin, so Sha Tin holds no fears for him. Barrier number 6, he should get a slightly better run. So, yeah, I'm going to side with him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a nice horse. He's still a young 3-year-old who's maturing, but he should be right in the finish again, I would have thought.
All right, that's Gift of Lifeline. What about Magic Success? Very impressive 2 starts back, but beaten his favourite last time. Let's hear more with Zach Pert.
Zach, Magic Success, won really well 2 starts ago, pulled up with an excuse last time out. Could you just feel last time that there was something wrong with him?
Oh, I couldn't feel there's anything wrong with him until we pushed the button and tried to ask him for an effort, and he did what he's done previously. But I thought he had a little bit of an excuse in that race. The leader got a very soft lead and backed the speed right off, and my bloke then got travelling quite strong, and I think that's the reason that he filled up with blood and sort of choked himself down, if you want to put it that way.
The blinkers come off this time out. Would that help him to set up as well, do you think?
Possibly. You know, it just depends on the tempo of the race, probably more so. But the blinkers coming off might help him to relax as well.
What about the step up to 1400 metres?
Yeah, I think it's all just tempo related for him. If he can just stay in a nice rhythm, on a nice speed, I think that's his key. If it's stop-start, I don't think that suits him.
He hasn't been with John Moore for very long. You've ridden him at different points throughout his career. When he won 2 starts ago, was that the best he's ever felt to you? Oh,
of course, that's it's the best performance he's put in. He's always given the impression that he's had that type of performance there, but for one reason or another, whatever, he just hasn't produced that. His previous win was a solid win. He's had 3 wide, no cover, and was still able to win, so that was a solid effort as well. But I suppose having the benefit of a bit of a break and coming back, he just seemed to develop a lot more and come back with a lot of confidence, but he's going to need to find that again.
And as we say, a ride for John Moore. You've done a lot of riding for John this season. He's battling it out in the trainer's title with John Size, who you've also ridden a number of winners for. From your position as our leading rider here in Hong Kong, what's your take on the trainer's title battle?
Yeah, I think it's good. I always say that competition is good. It's what people are interested in, and it's what keeps people interested. So, you know, there's obviously a lot of talk about it, and you know, let's just hope that it goes down to the last day for them.
Looks like it might do at the moment, but with Magic Success, tempo and rhythm then the keys for him. What about Dr. Respect? This is actually a better effort from him at big price behind Applause at Happy Valley last time.
Yeah, I thought he hit the line really strongly here, and it was a nice run from him. He did get a reasonable run in transit, though. Barrier 14, that was the question mark I had with him, and that's why I left him out in the end. But, look, he's definitely a horse on the improve.
Yeah, the gate's a turn-off, but as you say, a nice performance last start. Not completely out of it, but I get the feeling he's probably a next season horse.
All right, that is Dr. Respect, John Size, Joe Moreira. Magic Success is our favourite, Paul.
You got him in for second. We'll give him an excuse after his last start there with the blood in the track here, but a Gift of Lifeline, I thought, had clear excuses at his last start, so he's on top. Sha Tin showed no fears for him. Magic Success second. Glittering Armour, he'll get back. He'll be running on late. And the one for value I put in, although he's only sort of 9 to 1 at the moment, it's Mr. McGallion. I think he's a horse that's on the improve all the time, and Wagner Borgia aboard. So 2, 3, 11 and 13.
Same 4 numbers again for me as Paul. Again, slightly different order. I'm going to go with Glimmering Armour. Aldo de Mea's in a real purple patch of form at the moment, and he is stepping to the 1400 metres. I'm not sure how how he'll cope with that, because he is a horse that's got a good turn of acceleration, but I get the feeling if he can sort of posse up close enough, then he can run over the top. He is a nice horse with a very good sprint on him when it can be extracted. Gift of Lifeline, Magic Success and Mr. Magellan, 11, 2, 3 and 13.
All right, 2 and 11, my cue there in race number 7, so not too far away from the boys either. That was the 7th.